All right. So I'm just scrolling the timeline and I see this video from this Coldplay concert. And I was like, there's no way that's the actual CEO. I just felt like this was people just gassing it. Like, no way this is real. Oh, buddy.
Buddy.
Oh, buddy. And then I started watching the video over and over again. And I just started paying attention. You know, I'm big on body language. I started paying attention to everybody's body language around.
Yes.
Dude tried to sit down. There was no seat.
No
I was
seat.
like, oh, shit. They've been standing for a while.
He's about to fall on the floor.
Shorty covered her face, dipped down, dipped over. But you know who was the real telltale all sign?
The friend in the dark color who
friend
red. She
trying
gave
to
it away.
Trying to act like she didn't see nothing. And it was like, oh no, that's the dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Y'all been creeping on the low, and everybody know.
And that's the thing for me, right? It's not like those two were there by themselves. People were in on it. Like, what do you do? Like, how do you look? Like, I wonder whose friend she is out of the two. Is she the guy's friend or the girl's friend? If she's the girl's friend,
she's definitely the
girl's friend.
I think no, they're all co-workers, and I think the friend, works with the cheating girl. So this was the CEO.
Yeah.
The one that was booed up was the head of HR that was recently promoted, and I think the other girl also worked in HR. So how about Coldplay just putting a light on them and they get shy, and Coldplay immediately says, hey, either they're having an affair or they're just really shy. And I was like, well, damn, Coldplay. Damn, just blow the whole spot up.
I respect it. Here's the thing, though. They could have just played it off and no one would have known.
Just stayed there?
Just stay there, smile, wave, and you'd have been off the camera. Like, that's it. Like, y'all don't know how to act under pressure, man. Y'all don't know how to act under pressure.
So you're saying their cheating etiquette, they could have got away with it, too, if they just played it off.
Or the whole country wouldn't have known. Like, maybe there's someone at that Coldplay concert who works there and knows and be like, oh, those two. But by the time the camera had shifted away from them, you wouldn't have had your phone out, right? Like, there wouldn't be any physical evidence. Because if they had just played it off, some regular person coming could just be like, oh, yeah, I saw, Bob and Joan at the Coldplay concert all booed up, but you ain't got no evidence. So it's your word against their word.
But what if one of Joan's cousins, neighbors or something was there and saw Bob on that screen, and they would have texted Joan like, yo, I saw Bob there with some piece or somebody that looked like Bob, and she asked Bob, and had they not acted weird, Bob could have been like, that wasn't me.
Yep.
I saw him too.
Then you lie.
You could have said I saw him too, and everyone around said he looked like me, but I was standing right there looking crazy.
Yeah. Then you lie 100%, because no one's gonna have their phone out to get a picture quick enough before they go to someone else.
So if you're the person who had the original video and you see that tweet going off, you sell that video?
100%. 100%.
You listen. What do you think the conversation was like for all respective parties when they got home?
Oh, so when they got home, they probably tried to play it off.
No, let's start with the friend. When the friend got home, what do you think she told her significant other?
She didn't tell them anything, because you can't be an accomplice. Because then your husband will be like, well, if you well, what you doing? Everyone went home that night and was probably like, let's see what happened. And then you wake up the next day and you all over the internet. Now you got to have a tough conversation, because I'm sure her husband will.
This is the friend.
The friend. Yeah, I'm sure the friend. I'm talking about the two cheaters, but the friend, I'm sure the friend woke up with a bunch of texts like, is that you? Especially her colleagues. Like, if she works in HR, I work in HR.
They're gonna ask, what were you doing there? Yo, if I'm the friend, I get called into HR, I'm sitting there like, man, I didn't even see what they was on. I was too busy enjoying the music.
Nah, you looked right at them and turned red.
Because that's when I realized what they was doing and who it was.
That's true. You could plead ignorance. I wasn't paying attention to them. I didn't realize they were all cuddled up until they were. That's it. See, you know how to act under pressure.
If you'd listen, the wife. Let's talk through when the wife got home. She opened the door. Her husband's like, his name's probably like Igor or
not Igor.
Yeah, his name's Igor or Matt. This Igor walk in the room. Hey, honey, I was on the internet. And
no. His nephew sent him that. Hey, Uncle Igor.
Yeah, my nephew sent me this, and he said, Uncle Igor, this looked like your wife at the Coldplay concert. I'm looking. This looked like your boss. Is this you?
You said you were working. That's
how that conversation went.
Oh, didn't I? Oh, honey, that's not me. I wasn't at the Coldplay concert. I was at work. Remember, I told you I was working late.
But you told me you and your friend were going to the Coldplay concert.
See, okay, so we need to figure out what her original lie was.
Oh, it had to have been the Coldplay concert. That's why the other HR friend was there.
That's true. You're right. So yeah. We went and then we ran into Chuck, and Chuck had a suite and he invited us up. And then the voice started to fade.
And then what?
No, Chuck was there, he invited us to the suite, we just listened to the music and then
Yeah. Oh, you gotta hit him with that Seinfeld, that yada yada yada. And yada yada yada.
Yada,
like, no, what's the yada yada yada?
Oh, nothing, honey. Oof. Imagine the conversation he had to have with his wife, because she's on TikTok. I'm sure she is.
I read somewhere that she was making content, like she's a small content creator. Like I don't know if she's a content creator, but she was making like family content at home with kids.
Oh no.
Heard she changed her Facebook name, her last name on Facebook too.
She should. Ooh, well,
she's probably getting a lot of DMs saying, "Girl, is this your man?"
Yeah, I saw people were like hitting up on Facebook and LinkedIn, like, your man. Well, he not gonna retire now. She taking all that.
What's the chances they can reconcile this?
None. They could reconcile if the whole country didn't know about it. Right? Like if she had caught him in bed with her and like it was a small circle of people, maybe we can talk about reconciliation. But he humiliated her in front of God and America and vice versa. She humiliated her husband in front of the whole country. Nah, dog, we can't come back. There's no coming back from that. Do you think there's any coming back from that?
Listen, man, give it some time.
No.
It may seem bad now, but here's the thing about the internet. Not only is it cyclical, but over time, there's going to be another story.
1,000%. But you're still that girl, though. Like some memes live forever.
Yo, let me tell you something. In a few weeks, there'll be another reality TV show or something where someone will do something even worse. And
that's true. Because remember that, what's that guy on, was it Love Island, Mexico, or whatever, and his girl was getting...
Montoya, por favor.
Yeah.
Hey, what you need to happen is another white person try to jump some black folk on a boat dock and see them get the shit beat out of them.
I thought you were about to say some black people beating up some black people in front of a subway.
Nah. Well, that one too. Two black guys beating up a black guy in front of a subway. Yeah, that'll happen. Or a white dude thinking some white dudes thinking they can beat on a black security officer in a primarily black town during a black weekend.
In the middle of summer.
In the middle of summer. You thought that was about to fly? You thought that was wise? What? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 192 of Speak On It. Per usual, every Tuesday you are joined by the smoothest Nas Fade on the East Coast. You already know when you see it. It can only be one brother, the good brother, Los D Mix. And every Tuesday I have the pleasure, distinct honor and pleasure to be joined by my good friend, my man, smoothest bald head on the East Coast, Mr. Danny Ocean. Danny, how we doing, my man?
Great. It's been a good week at work. I'm going to see Fantastic Four first thing Friday morning. I'm very excited.
I'm thinking about. Listen, I know I didn't put it in this the Speak to the Cinema section, but I recently saw a new dinosaur movie.
Oh, you saw Jurassic Park?
Yo, dog, Steven Spielberg.
Is it that bad?
Give me some of that money back.
Is it that bad?
Your dog. All right. So the original Jurassic Park was the original park, yep. And then The next movie, the Jeff Goldblum one, was when they went to the research facility, or where they not the research facility, where they was doing all the breeding of him.
Yeah.
Not breeding, like no, it was the breeding and the breeding. And then the third one, that's when they went.
Is that when they opened up the new park?
I don't know. There was.
Or was that Chris Pratt?
Might have been the Chris Pratt one. Then there was the Jurassic World with the Chris Pratt ones. And then this one with Scarlett Johansson. So they introduced New Island on this one.
Okay. They go back to the original island, correct?
No. In this movie, they started off by introducing a new island. Okay. This island was like a crossbreeding mutation-esque island where they were like crossbreeding and experimenting with different genetics of animals to see which could blend together. My dog. When I tell you, I got about 30 or 45 minutes into this movie, and when I started tying some things together, I let out one of the biggest laughs I've ever let out in a movie, because I was like, this is about to be some bullshit. I think I may have said that. I think I may have said that. I think I said this might be some bullshit. By the time I finished the movie, I didn't even want to stay for the post-credits scene. I just left that theater laughing. Steven Spielberg, man, yo, dog, they gotta go down to this island. Scarlett Johansson, they gotta shoot the biggest land, sea, and air dinosaur with these darts to retrieve their blood, so that because it could help basically like cure heart disease.
Okay. I'm glad. I was thinking about going to go see it on Friday.
No, go see it.
I got to spend my hard-earned money on this bull.
Go see it.
Okay.
Like during the matinee.
The matinee tickets around here are high now. It's like almost $13.
That's how much I paid.
Which is offensive. So there's a movie theater up the street from me, and it's old. Matinee tickets were like $9, $10.
What's $3? What's $3 gonna do?
It's the principle.
Yo, dog, go see the movie. I enjoyed matinee. I might go see the movie tonight. I guess it wouldn't be a matinee. I'm thinking about going to see either Superman or F1.
Go see F1. Superman was great. F1, I've seen both. F1 was better.
I don't know, man. I need to get a superhero movie after that shit I saw. Yo, I just leave them damn dinosaurs alone, man.
Steve's lost his fastball. But nah, Superman was good. F1 was great. Like F1 was so good, I might go see it again before it leaves theaters.
I heard. When does it leave theaters?
I don't know. Probably soon though, because it premiered in June, into June.
Maybe I should go see it. I heard Superman. They basically get straight to the action from the jump.
Yeah, first scene.
You think movie theaters tell you? Let me look. When does F1 leave theaters? Let's see.
Well, do you have Apple TV, like Apple TV Plus or whatever?
Oh, this would put. However, based on typical movie, you can expect the film to be available. I mean, it's still going. I should probably go see it soon. It says. Probably go see it soon. You see Shane Gillis hosting the ESPYs before we get into football?
I did.
What'd you think?
Some people are better sketch comedians. Some people, there's certain platforms that serve better, like the real ones can do it anywhere. Like Drusky can do it anywhere. But like Trey Rags, I feel like Trey Rags is only good for skits. And then
you mean Drewski?
Drewski, who'd I say?
You said Drusky.
Oh, my bad. Drewski.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that nigga, boy. What? Drusky. Old as hell.
Drewski is funny anywhere. But like Trey Rags is funny for skits. So whatever arena this Shane Gillis is funny in, he needs to stay there because he really wasn't funny. Like that beating up black women joke, you're not the one who has to, you can't say that. That joke's not for you.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I cracked the fuck up the entire time.
Really? Like the SGA joke was funny. Like everyone.
No, all of them were funny. To me, all of them were funny. Maybe I'm crazy. The Caitlin Clark one, I was kind of cackling.
I can't believe he got that shit off at the ESPYs. And then he was making fun of Trump. I was like, oh, he really getting his shit off at the ESPYs.
No, when he said last time Trump staged the fight at the White House, Mike Pence almost died.
But here's the thing, though. Like, when people who look like they voted for him make fun of him, it's not funny. Or is that just me?
Hold on. I'm trying to. What was another one he said?
It was the big ones were the SGA one, Caitlyn fighting black women, Trump, and then his Cowboys rant was pretty funny.
Let's see. Oh, what did you think about the WNBA pranks? My friend Brittany Franklin. I'm just kidding, everyone. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew who WNBA players are.
Again.
Hold on.
Some jokes. Oh, you found it?
Yo, what's funny is when they put the camera on people and they don't know what to say, and he's up there like, "Yeah, no, I didn't write it. I thought that was pretty awesome too."
What else did he say? Well, while you look for it, that'll be the last time he hosts anything for ABC.
He was up there saying, "I can't believe ABC let me."
Yeah, like the ABC was like, "Don't you worry, buddy. This will be the last time." Crazy, but I think the funniest one was the SGA one. You don't think so? Which one was the funniest then?
Can you hear this?
No, I can't hear anything.
Oh, so you haven't been hearing this?
Yeah, I thought you were looking for it this whole time.
You hear now?
Mm-mm.
I was playing it. I was playing the monologue. He was getting some funny ones off.
Oh, okay. I thought you were looking for the specific joke that you wanted to say.
Nah, the whole time I've been playing it. Never mind. It's weird. It's weird. All right, my friend. Ready to get into it? I'm ready to get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, getting right into the NFL news, my friend. Our coverage of TJ Watt finally, I guess, kind of comes to an end as there's been some movement. Finally, Steelers and Watt agree on a 3-year, $123 million extension with $108 fully guaranteed $1 million. What's your thoughts on this deal? Is it a big deal or no deal? And then we'll kind of get into the Steelers as a team overall.
I think it's a big deal, and not in a good way. I feel like the Steelers have been running away from this for a long time now. Because, Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. So they're always picking like 15, 16, 17. And you're not going to get the guy behind center that you need at 15 or 16. So, you really got to let the bottom fall out for 1 year. Hope you get a high draft pick and go from there. But that's not the Pittsburgh way. So TJ was your bargaining chip, right? TJ was your trade asset to potentially getting something that you could package to go get that guy. If you go 9-8 or whatever. It's cool. I still think Pittsburgh is the third best team in the AFC North. Playoff, fringe playoff contenders. The defense can't give up more than 21 points. It just doesn't do much for me.
Listen, as much as I wanted TJ Watt to become a Packer, 108 fully guaranteed of them things, gotta take it.
Oh, hell yeah. For him,
Hey,
this is a win.
Pittsburgh, we could have got this deal done earlier, maybe at a better number, team-friendlier number. Now, y'all got to pay me 108 of them things, fully guaranteed. Now, here's why I think this is a big deal. Micah Parsons looking at this saying 108 fully guaranteed. I can get 110.
Did you hear him today after practice or whatever that was at Cowboys?
No, but when we get to Jerry, talk to me about it because I think I saw it on the TV, but I didn't hear what he said. All right, back to the Steelers thing. You think T.J. Watt finishes his career here in Pittsburgh? You think this is his last big deal?
This is his last big deal. He's done after this.
I think so too. And then the Steelers, they're all in, man. They're all in. If you look at who they've traded for, who they've signed, their draft picks, I think Steelers feel like they have a chance to win a Super Bowl this year or next year. Is it fair to have championship expectations for this team at this point?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, like when you rank the teams coming out of the AFC, where do you have the Steelers?
Well, I mean, if you say the Chiefs are at the top, and then the Bills and Ravens, and then maybe you look at a team like the Chargers, who made the playoffs, maybe on the up and coming. The Texans were up and coming. Maybe
who win? Oh, the Ravens win the AFC North. I'm sorry.
If I think the Ravens will win the AFC North, but I think Pittsburgh will be the second best team in that division.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you think the Bengals are going to get better?
No, I really haven't thought about it. But yeah, it makes sense. I mean,
you think the Browns are the second best?
You're right. The Browns. I mean, the Bengals are going to have to score 45 points every week.
So, hey, shout out to T.J. Watt for getting paid. Good for the Steelers. We'll see what they can do. Kyle Keeley, what's good? What's good? Thank you guys for joining us. Speaking of the Chiefs, congrats to George Karlaftis. Signed a 4-year, $93 million extension with $62 million guaranteed. How big of a deal is this for the Chiefs? They seem like they saw the T.J. Watt deal and came back to Karlaftis and said, hey, we can give you this. Not too far from T.J. too.
You know what they did? They rewatched the Super Bowl against the Eagles, so I got that offensive line got their ass kicked. And was like, man, Karlaftis might be the only good person here to lock it down.
Karlaftis gave y'all a little bit of trouble in that Super Bowl?
I mean, I feel like he's the only competent person. I mean, no one played competently on the Chiefs' offensive line, but Karlaftis.
George Karlaftis is a pass rusher.
I'm getting him confused with what's their guard's name? You are right. I'm so dog my brain. When I tell you at work, I'm fried.
We got him.
You got me.
We fucking got him. Y'all, he was so I was like, wait a minute, George Karlaftis gave that offensive line trouble? And then you start talking about the Chiefs offensive line. I was like, this brother don't know what he
I did not. I definitely had to bring
congratulations to George Karlaftis, man. 4 years, 93 million, 62 million guaranteed. It's nice. Here's a topic that I think is going to make us both kind of chuckle. President Donald Trump over the week let out a few tweets saying that the Washington Commanders should go back to the former name of the Washington. I'm not going to say it, but you know the former name. He says that it's not giving credit to the Native heritage, the Native American heritage, and he's even threatening to hold up the new stadium deal if they don't do it. In this series of tweets, he added in the acronym MIGA, which stands for he added in the acronym MIGA or MIGA, but
MIGA sounds a whole lot.
MIGA sounds a little bit better. So he added in the acronym MIGA, saying "Make Indians Great Again." Those are his words, not mine. I'm sorry to my Native American brothers and sisters. Danny, first off, wait, before I even ask a question, if you're hearing this and you hear the word nigga, if you are white, don't say it.
Do not.
Don't say it.
Don't. Stay clear.
Now, Danny, with that being said, do you think they changed the name or do you think the Commanders will stand 10 toes down?
Oh, they got to stand 10. Like, you can't let him. Like, I know he's winning. Like, he bullied CBS in the fire and Colbert. You can't let this man. No, you can't. I know Josh Harris. He probably voted for him, and he probably loves the big, beautiful bill and all that. But you can't let that man dictate what you name your team because when does it stop? If you give him it, where does it stop?
I bet you Josh Harris probably called him pretty fast and was like, "Yo, man, what are you doing?"
Mr. President, respectfully, shut up.
Yeah, Mr. President, respectfully, we can't go back to that name. We will lose a lot of money. And he was probably like,
know how much merch we have
printed. Remember the heritage. Think about the heritage.
It's a great name. The people love the name.
I remember this
all the time.
It was a really great time. It was a really great time. I made a lot of money back when they were the Redskins. I made a lot.
Redskins. The Washington Redskins.
And think about it. The merch, we can make the merch here. We wouldn't need to go to China. We wouldn't even need to go to China. We could do it here. And I can make peace. I made peace. You see what I'm doing in the Middle East? I can make peace anyway. I really can.
It'll be beautiful. We'll put MAGA patches on the jerseys because it's American with our Native American heritage. Oh, it'll be beautiful. We can
you know he's getting. What's more American than Native Americans? And what's more Native American than the Washington Redskins? Hear me out, Josh. Hear me out. It would be beautiful. You would make a lot of money. A lot of money.
Trust me.
Trust me.
Famous last words.
Mr. President, no, we can't do that. We have we might have Native American heritage people on our team and on the staff. We can't do that.
And like we are finally getting to the point where like the R stuff is starting to like funnel out. Because I live in the area, right? It used to be a whole lot of R stuff, and now you're starting to see everyone buying the Commander stuff. Like the W, the Raise Hail, like Commanders, there's like that R stuff is starting to find its way out.
Because nobody wanted that Washington football stuff.
So none of them did. But not like
bring back the Washington football team. That was a good time.
WFT. That was a fun. Yeah, Chase Young. They remember they won the NFC East on Sunday Night Football. The Eagles were taken and they won, and they were like, what was the record? Was it like 9-8?
You listen, Washington football team, baby. Washington football team.
Sorry, it'd be 9-7. Anyway, I just remember they won the NFC championship, the NFC East title on Sunday Night Football. It was during the pandemic. The stadium was empty. Like the Eagles were tanking, and like they're running out to Philly, yeah. And then they went to LA the next week, and I think they got smoked.
Washington.
No, they hosted the game because they won the NFC East.
They hosted a game against the Bucks.
That's what
it was Taylor Heineke versus Tom Brady. Y'all can't tell me the NFL don't. Y'all say the NFL be scripted, but we really had a playoff game between Taylor Heineke and Tom Brady. Shut the hell up, people. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Because the NFL is not paying for that. I promise you.
47, funniest president ever.
I mean, he's up there. He has no clue. Speaking of white men with no clue, Will Levis is having season-ending shoulder injury. I mean, he's having a season-ending shoulder surgery, and it is now expected that Cam Ward will be the starting QB for the Tennessee Titans next season. So I want to look in the camera, and I'm going to ask everyone who's listening, who is going to tell Will Levis that he was never in contention of starting for the Tennessee Titans next year unless the wheels fucking fell off this bitch?
So here's what happened. Will went to OTAs and saw that nigga throw the rock and said, you know what? We good. I'm going to take the year off. Like they probably had some workout at the facility recently. And he was throwing and realized he didn't have no Cam Ward ability. He's like, man, my shoulder hurt. Maybe that's what's wrong.
Now, I'm going to tell you how it really went. They called Will Levis. Will Levis showed up to OTAs or whatever. He got to looking around. Every time Cam Ward went to throw, he was throwing at live bodies. Every time Will Levis went to throw, he was throwing at play dummies and assistant coaches. So Will Levis started looking around. He started saying, Looking around like Denzel in Training Day. Oh, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. And you know what Will Levis decided to do? He decided to let a naysayer know. And he went up to that GM and he said, hey, I was the number X pick. Where's my opportunity to prove that I've developed and gotten better last year? And everyone in that office laughed at him and said, dog, we saw you in a full plank position still throw a football to the other team. It ain't happening, Captain. So Will Levis said, you know what? My shoulder has been bothering me for a while. And instead of getting rehab and playing through it, I'm just going to go ahead and get surgery. Y'all can go ahead and try to trade me. And they said, trade you? Boy, get that surgery. And your trade value will be the same. Don't you worry. And here we are.
That's probably exactly what happened. He's like, why am I throwing to Coach Jackson and he throwing to Calvin Ridley? Wait a minute.
He throwing to Calvin Ridley. I'm throwing to the medical training staff. This don't seem right.
Some tweet.
Yeah. Every time I come in, they only asking me to be the scout team quarterback, but I play quarterback. It's all good.
Never been.
All right. So we brought it up earlier. I want to swing us back to the Cowboys. So we're continuing our coverage now on the contract extension of Micah Parsons. Earlier this week, Jerry Jones had a funny quote on Micah Parsons, and he said, just because we sign him doesn't mean we'll have him.
Let's see.
He was hurt 6 games last year. Micah Parsons only missed 4 games last year, for the record. Now, today you said Micah Parsons said what?
Oh, yeah. He and Trayvon Diggs had an impromptu press availability after practice. Let me find the quote. He said a lot of stuff. And I quote, there's not really much movement. I want to be here. At the end of the day, they sign the checks. Let me see if they want me to be here. I'm doing this for my teammates. This isn't for Jerry. And it gets better. If they don't want me here, they don't want me here. I'll go about my business. I understand the nature of this business. He says he doesn't take it personal, but he doesn't understand why the Cowboys don't want to pay him. Brother, we have drama.
I don't think so. I think this is the only way. It seems that Micah is being able to reach Jerry. I think Jerry's trying to play hardball, and he ain't answering his phone calls and stuff like that. And now Micah's saying, all right, well, this is how I feel. Listen, Mike, I'm going to tell you right now, everyone who's put on a Cowboys uniform and has played well and been a superstar in that uniform, Jerry is paid. You can get your money, brother. Jerry just being Jerry.
I agree he's going to get paid, but when your star player says, if they don't want me here, I'll go somewhere else.
You know,
he
Jerry
said it. That is a direct quote from Michael.
Yeah, I know I said it. I know he said it, but you know Jerry called him and said, listen here, son. Now you know.
Hey, buddy.
You know we gonna get this deal done.
Do you think he grabs him on the top of the shoulder, like at the delt, or like on the bicep? Like, come here, let me talk to you.
Yeah, I bet you in his office, when he went into that office, he was probably like, he probably just, when he walked by him, he probably, now come on.
Well, Jerry was trying to negotiate with Micah without his agent. Like, he's trying to negotiate with Micah and not talk to Micah's agent. And Micah was like, nah, dog, that's what I got an agent for. Talk to him. Yeah. Jerry ain't slick.
He's trying to go in there and just offer him a whole lot of zeros.
That might work on Dez Bryant, but it ain't going to work on Micah.
What you mean? How'd that work with Dez Bryant?
Oh, I just assume that's something he does with everyone he wants to pay, like go around them. Like go around the agent and talk direct to the player. You remember how you used to talk about Dez Bryant like he was a son? Like you remember?
I don't understand, because if like the player still knows the number that he wants to hit, what is you talking to him going to do? Talk him down from that number?
Yeah, like trying to hit on some emotional strength. So like you've heard Jerry's pitch before, right? Like part of his pitch is you're on the Cowboys, we're the biggest brand in sports. You might not get the contract, but you'll make your money through other avenues because you're a Cowboy. The star adds value. I know you've heard this before.
I have heard that.
Yeah. So that's part of like his little pitch. Like, oh man, don't break the bank with me on the contract. You get your money in different ways. Like Dak has, look at Dak. He has the sleep mattress commercials.
Yeah, but I've seen Dak's cap hit, and I still laugh because y'all really got to pay that. Y'all really got to front that bill.
Highest paid person in the NFL.
Shout out to him.
I ain't mad.
I love to see a black man get paid. Amen.
Amen.
Speaking of people getting paid, it's the white man. More of y'all getting paid, but shout out to the new Packers CEO, Ed Policy. He takes over for Mark Murphy officially. Fun fact, Mark Murphy hit the age as Packers CEO where you have to retire. So Ed Policy is now who takes over. I heard he's really respected, and congratulations. Let me tell you something. More of y'all's team should be owned like as just teams, because you would then get more decisions. Like, because the Packers, it's all about football. So our contract talks are usually all about football versus owners and feelings. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Another white man get paid.
Oh, yeah, another one of them gonna get paid every day. As the sun strikes midday, there's another white man getting rich somewhere. I'm telling you. Speaking of white men getting strikes, in our continuing coverage of the NFLPA, Chief Strategy Officer J.C. Tretter is resigning from his position and also withdrawn himself from consideration from the interim executive's position. This is after the resignation of Lloyd Jewell. So, Danny, I just got one question for you. Is it official that the NFL has the worst players association across all the major American sports leagues?
Right now it is, buddy. That again, if you guys haven't listened, like Pablo Torre has a couple episodes that goes into depth, but the long and short of it is J.C. Tretter hires Lloyd to be the director of the NFLPA, and in return, Lloyd hires J.C. Tretter to be his chief strategy officer, which has never existed. Like, he made that role for J.C. Tretter. J.C.'s goal eventually was to be the head of the NFLPA one day whenever Lloyd was done, or if Lloyd got fired, J.C. would be right there to be the director of the NFLPA. The thing about Lloyd is Lloyd was the CEO of Booz Allen Hamilton, which is a consulting firm in the D.C. area, and he was in the center of a case that turned out to be Booz Allen Hamilton was defrauding the federal government, because that's a lot of their business. Like, they have a lot of federal contracts, and it was the biggest fraud settlement ever. And then he became in charge of the union. It is nasty business. It's kind of funny. I feel like the director of the players union should probably be a former player. Like, that's what makes the most sense. But hopefully this wakes the players up, and hopefully they start paying more attention. And again, I don't want to get too deep in the weeds, but apparently when Lloyd became the PA, because I think there's a bylaw in the CBA that used to require, I think players had 3 months. Like, they were like, hey, we want to make this guy the NFLPA. They would have 3 months, I want to say, to do their research, ask questions. And then with Lloyd, that didn't happen. Like, they said, here's Lloyd. You got 2 days, and then you're going to vote him in. And that's kind of how he got the job. So
I'm reading here. Receipts from a trip taken by Howell in November 2023 showed that the NFLPA was billed for a car service and other costs by Tootsie's Cabaret in Miami, which claims to be the largest strip club in the world.
I'm sorry, he was buying pussy?
It's also reported that a second strip club bill was also reviewed by the NFLPA's lawyers related to a reported trip in February during the NFLPA summit, and itemizing $2,426 in charges, which included cash withdrawals from a club ATM ranging between $200 and $525. Howell reportedly earned between $3.5 to $4 million in his role with the NFLPA. He also held a part-time consultancy with the Carlyle Group, and a private equity firm that the NFL reportedly approved to pursue minority ownership in NFL franchises. This has been viewed by many as a serious conflict of interest.
Yes, so that's the other part. So for a long time, equity groups have been trying to buy ownership in NFL teams, and the league has blocked it. And now they have approved it. And it's a very short list of equity groups who are allowed to buy small minority
Stakes.
Stakes in franchises. And the Carlyle Group is on that list. So while while Lloyd is the director of the PA, because that $3.5 million is not enough money, he is consulting the Carlyle Group on the side on how to buy, minority stakes in NFL franchises. And he tried to say, like, oh, no, it's not a conflict of interest. I don't see everything. I just kind of give them advice. Brother, hopefully the players get more involved now in their union, because that's absurd.
NFLPA. I know the players got to be looking around like, damn, this is what are we doing, guys? Speaking of what are we doing, in our continued coverage of the Bengals offseason, earlier this week, Mike Brown said that it is foolishness that first-round rookie Shamar Stewart is still unsigned. He is the lone unsigned first-round pick. The team's second-round pick, Demetrius Knight, signed his deal over the weekend, ending his rookie holdout. So the team, the Bengals, are adamant that their language in the contract, which is the sticking point in this negotiation, is pertaining to potential conduct detrimental to the team. And in that scenario, it could void guaranteed money owed to Shamar Stewart, which is the clause the Bengals recently added to mirror other teams around the league. Now, the Bengals believe this is fair, and Stewart they believe that this is fair and that Stewart is getting bad advice. Obviously, Stewart and his representation feel like this clause is ridiculous and this is BS. Mind you, this is the same team that Trey Hendrickson remains unsigned and did not report to training camp today. So between Hendrickson and Stewart, the updated question, which they basically say is the same, which deal do you see getting done first as we are now here into training camp?
I think, because Shamar is in Texas A&M, he's working out with the Aggies and trying to figure out a way to go back to college. And Trey Hendricks posted this morning, he's in Florida. Like, he's not in Cincinnati at all. Like, both of them are out of Ohio. I think Trey gets paid first. I don't know. This is a good question. I've been thinking about this all day. I don't know who
Stewart could just enroll back into Texas A&M and just.
He is trying to find a way to see if he can play college football in the fall. So he's been at A&M working out.
Yo, all right. Pause that. If he's able, he hired an agent though.
Yeah, that's he hired an agent. He was drafted, right? It's not like he was an undrafted free. So if I remember seeing on ESPN correctly, like, he is trying to find a way to Eurostep, go play college football, and then re-enter the draft next year. But for Shamar, the only thing I would say to him is I would tell Mike Brown, you find me another rookie contract that has this language in it, and I'll sign it.
Well, I just found, so I had to look this up. Mike Elko, head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies, shuts down Shamar Stewart college return rumors amid Bengals contract holdout. He dismissed the swirling rumors suggesting that Shamar Stewart is considering a return to college. Despite his contract standoff with the Bengals, he told 24/7 Sports during SEC Media Days there's no truth to the speculation about the 17th overall pick coming back. Yeah. So, Shamar Stewart better go ahead and get up to
Smart. The smartest thing Shamar Stewart did was, do you remember like one of his first press conferences when he was frustrated about his contract, and he was like, they won't even pay Trey Hendrickson around here. Like, that was the smartest thing he gonna be a team captain. He gonna be the union rep when this is all said. Bengals.
Yeah. If you'll say that, you'll say it. Yeah.
He said they won't even pay Trey around here. And he led the league in sacks.
It's like, damn. Here.
They won't even
Hey, that's that one coworker at the job. Like, yo, they complain about me. They don't even. They complain about me. Y'all don't even do. Yes, like, if you did your job, we wouldn't even be here.
Comedy.
Hey, pay Trey and take that clause out. Question of the day from Philly Michael G. Can you name 6 QBs who won two plus Super Bowls before the 2000s?
Aikman, Bradshaw,
Montana.
Elway. I said Elway was 99, right? He was the last one to get in there, right? Elway was like 98, 90.
Yeah, because he beat the Packers in 98.
Yeah, okay. So Elway, that's 4. We're missing 2. They're probably from like the 60s.
Bradshaw.
We got Bradshaw. We said Bradshaw, Montana, Elway, Aikman. That's 4. We're missing 2.
Bart Starr. Whoever the QB of the Packers, I think it was Bart Starr.
Yeah, and who was the Cowboys? He was in the Army.
Captain America?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Roger Staubach. Jesus.
Yeah, Roger Staubach.
Okay, so Brian said Star and Greasy. Okay. So we missed 1. Are you sure it's not Roger Staubach? Yeah, he has 2 too. Staubach has 2.
So I think we might have named them all.
Yeah, I think we got all of them.
After he had it in Greasy, that might be the 6th. So who was that?
Oh, Jim Plunkett.
Jim Plunkett. Oh, for the Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Shit,
yeah. For the Raiders. Yeah.
So we missed Plunkett and Greasy?
Yeah, we missed Plunkett and Greasy.
But we had 6 though. We said Staubach, Aikman, Elway, Montana, Bradshaw. That's 5 right there.
And Staubach.
Oh,
so there's maybe more than 6.
No, we counted Staubach twice. I counted Staubach. Oh, Kenny. Oh, there's more than 6. He just wanted us to name 6.
Oh.
I thought they were okay.
All right. Well, speaking of some divisions and some NFL talk, this week, ladies and gentlemen, it is our divisional breakdown of the AFC West. Last week we did the AFC South. This week we are doing the AFC West, which, if you don't know, consists of the Denver Broncos, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles Chargers, and your defending AFC champion, Kansas City Chiefs. So when we do these, ladies and gentlemen, we go through each team's record, the division winner, the biggest storyline, the breakout player, and division MVP. We're going to start out with each team's record and their maybe divisional record too. Dan, you started out last week. I like how you did it. I'm going to let you start out this week as well. Pause. Go ahead, my brother.
All right. So out of all the divisions that we're going to preview, I think this one's one of the most boring, to be honest, with the ones that are the least exciting. So at 7-10, I got the Raiders, and I got them going 2-4. Again, I think we're starting to enter Steelers territory in the fact that if you're going to find your guy, you're going to have to let the bottom fall out. Pause. And I don't know if Geno is – Geno has been around long enough that we know Geno's floor, and we also know Geno's ceiling, and that's usually like 7 to 11 wins. I have the Broncos at 7-10 as well, but I have them 3-3 in the division. I have the Chargers 8-9, but they are 4-2 in the division. And then I have the Chiefs at 12-5, 4-2 in the division. And I have the Chiefs are the only team I have in this division going to the playoffs.
What were your divisional records again?
Raiders 2-4, Broncos 3-3, Chargers 4-2, Chiefs 4-2.
Talk to me about why you have the Raiders with that record. What's your thoughts behind that?
Well, who's wide receiver 1? Like, what do the Raiders do good other than run the ball, hypothetically, with Ashton Genty and Brock Bowers? Like, what else? What else do they do?
I mean,
Because if you want to argue,
this will be a team that I think will be better on defense. You'll have Pete Carroll, and I don't know. I think Pete Carroll doesn't. He doesn't lose.
Yeah, but last time we saw Pete Carroll, he got ran out of Seattle. And who was his QB in Seattle? Wasn't it Geno, if I'm not mistaken? Like, isn't this a reunion of sorts?
Yeah, but it's not. They had some pieces on there. Jacoby Myers, obviously, you got Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers. They got some pieces on there. Still got Michael Mayer. They got some pieces on there.
What do they do better than anybody? Or what do they do at an elite level? They might. We don't know if we think they can run the ball at an elite level, but we don't know that yet for sure. Like, what do the Raiders do that you can hang your hat on and make you think they'd win more games?
I think they'll be better defensively, and I think they'll be able to run the ball a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, I'll go give my records.
Okay.
So I'm not going to hold you. I'll go through the records first before I reveal that. So coming in at 8-9, 3-3 in the division, I have the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay. So we're in the same boat on the Raiders. You just got them winning one more game than I do.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right. Finishing 10-7, 3-3 in the division, and getting back to the playoffs as the 6th seed, I have the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Finishing 11-6, 4-2 in the division, and the 5 seed, I have the Los Angeles Chargers.
Wow.
And then finishing 14-3, 6-0 in the division, and the number 1 seed in the AFC, I have the Kansas City Chiefs.
So you have this division putting 3 teams in the playoffs. So that means you have one North team in the playoffs. Or you might have 2.
I have 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking again. Yep, because I'm looking at the other divisions, and I only have 1 playoff team from those teams as well.
Okay. So the Chiefs are the 2 seed for me.
You have the Bills being the 1 seed?
I do have the Bills winning 1 more game.
I don't know about that one, my friend. But we'll see. Talk to me about what do you think the biggest storyline will be from this division?
I mean, especially after these QB rankings, I feel like it's Justin Herbert. Or maybe this is just the hate that I have for Justin Herbert.
What about it? What do you mean?
Is Justin Herbert who they tell me he is? Can he win a playoff game?
He hasn't won 1?
No, he is 0-2 in the playoffs.
All right. Yeah. But all right, that Jacksonville game, come on, defense.
No. That Jacksonville game, I've said it 100. All he has to do is put 1 decent drive together. That's it.
Or the defense, we fronted you 20 plus points.
Even if the defense is flailing, all you got to do, hey guys, let's go out there, put a 5-minute drive together, get some points on the board, and stop the bleeding. That's all you got to do. That's it.
Let me tell you, my biggest storyline for the AFC West will be the Raiders will be keeping up with the Chiefs up until the first time the Raiders play the Chiefs, and then they will fall back, get competitive for that playoff race, and just barely miss it. The Raiders are going to be a better team than I think people realize. Pete Carroll's a damn good coach, and I think the Chargers and the Broncos will continue to be close enough, but not enough to beat the Chiefs. But I do think they're starting to close that gap. And then, and for the Chiefs, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just think with them getting Rashee Rice back, I think with Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, I think Travis Kelce's going to come back pretty healthy and determined. I think Isaiah Pacheco is going to come back pretty healthy and determined. I do like the addition of Brashard Smith. Watch out for him. I think the rookie from SMU could be something special. So I think he'll fit in well for their type of offense. I think the Chiefs are going to be who they are. And listen, I can tell you who I have going to the Super Bowl, but from the AFC, it ain't changing, brothers and sisters. It ain't changing.
Yeah, ain't no. You can spoil that because we in the same boat until someone proves otherwise. Until someone can stand on the other side of Mahomes and not wet the bed.
I mean, look at the QBs that's beat him: Brady, Hurts.
That's it. And Joe.
And Joe Burrow.
And Joe. That's it.
And that took everything out of Joe Burrow to beat him.
That's
Ain't been the same since.
He ain't been the same since.
Ain't been the same since. Breakout player for the AFC West.
Oh, hopefully it's Mr. Hampton with the Chargers because he is on my fantasy team. I think Najee Harris is on the pup list. I think he got put on pup.
Yeah. For fantasy reasons, I would like Trey Harris.
I almost put him down.
But I think I'll tell you what. Jacoby Myers. I think Jacoby Myers is going to have 80 to 90 to 100 reception year for maybe 12 to 1,300 yards.
Okay, that's top of the league.
12, 1,300? Nah, because Jamar Chase and Justin.
That's top. Jacoby, that's top 10.
I think he'll be top 10. I think Jacoby will finish top 10 in a lot of categories.
Okay.
I think he'll be the best receiver. And I think with the attention, I think Brock Bowers is going to go through a little bit of a rookie slump. I think he's still going to be real good, but I think defenses are going to key in on him a little bit more, and I think Jacoby Myers is going to feast.
Okay.
He's a good receiver. He's not a bad receiver at all.
No, he's not. I'm just.
Do you have a division MVP not named Patrick Mahomes?
I have his coach, Andy Reid.
Listen, man. Y'all got to show me y'all can beat Patty.
You got to show it. I don't believe. Listen, you got to stand on the other side and that.
It's honestly crazy. They just keep dominating this division. They straight up keep dominating.
And it's not like they. It's like and they're doing it in different ways, right? It's like, all right, we had Tyreek Hill. We can score 40. We can play great defense. Score 21. Doesn't matter. Like we're gonna win. It doesn't matter.
Tyreek Hill was tired of living that code. He said, "Get me to Miami, boy. If y'all don't want to pay me."
I ain't mad at that either.
What else for the AFC West, man? I don't know. Let me tell you something. I feel a little ambitious putting 3 teams in the playoffs here because I feel like, the AFC North might have something to say about that. But I feel good because when I look at the AFC South, I don't think they're going to be all too good. And the AFC East, a lot of question marks. Lot of question marks around the Jets and the Patriots and the Dolphins. So I feel good about being pretty confident in the Bills. So
it's a bold AFC. I can see the AFC West putting in 2, 3 is a bold statement, and I like that you're thinking outside the box.
Yes, man, you got to. All right, shifting to some hoops. We'll run through this one pretty quickly. CP3 is re-signing with the Clippers, where he is expected to retire after this season. Huge congratulations to Mr. Chris Paul. Also, I don't know if we covered it last week, but Bradley Beal agreed to a buyout with the Suns, and he is also expected to sign with the Clippers. And he's also expected to give Chris Paul the number 3. So let me ask you, do you see this team, old geezers, being a legit contender next season?
If it was 2013, I'd be through the roof right now. But, I mean, I guess.
Listen, y'all want to talk about some low management? You're going to see it with this roster.
You're going to see it. For them, it's going to be not even top 4 seed. 5 or 6. That's all we're shooting for.
Yeah, 5 or 6. We don't
avoid the play-in. 5 or 6, we'll go from there.
In other offseason news, for Marcus Smart agreed on a buyout with the Wizards, signed a 2-year deal with a 1 year with a player option for the first year with the Lakers. Danny, you think this is a big deal or no deal for the Lakers?
I think the biggest deal of this whole story is that Luka recruited Marcus to LA. Yeah, apparently the story's like Luka was like, nah, you need to be here with us. Let me tell you something. Whatever the odds are for Luka MVP, I'm about to put some money down on it. I'm about to put some money down on Luka MVP. Yeah, man. It might.
Skinny Luka back.
I don't know about skinny Luka, but
Nice.
Luka thrives when he has lengthy defenders around him and a lob threat. And all the Lakers, I mean, DeAndre Ayton might be that lob threat, but what's that starting lineup? It's Smart, Braun, Luka, Reeves, Ayton.
Yeah, that's probably what it's looking like right now.
Like, it seems small, but they have length and they can defend, and that's all Luka needs. Like, just hide Luka, and you might be all right.
I need more. I need one more Marcus
You need
Smart
more.
type.
You need one more. No, you need another big. You need one more like rim running big. I think you're all right in the backcourt.
We gonna see. Marcus Smart can come in and hit some timely threes. We gonna see. I wish we never lost Dorian Finney-Smith, but nonetheless.
Yeah, Dorian would be
Speaking of Lakers, what are your thoughts on this tension between the Lakers and Braun?
Braun knew as soon as they traded for Luka. Like, if it's true, right? Because Braun's like, I didn't know they were trading for Luka, and we were like, oh, he lying. He really might not have known that they were trading for Luka the way he acting right now.
I don't know. I didn't think it then. I don't think it now that he knew.
I thought he was lying, but now I don't. I think he did not know, and once they traded for Luka, he should have known they are essentially telling you goodbye. Like, this is the start of the breakup.
It is the start. But listen, I guess I would look at it. I guess if I was the Lakers, I would, like, when I talk to Bron's representations, like, yes, we want to essentially, for your last couple of years, honor the fact that we are trying to build around you, and not build around you, but stay competitive for a championship. But also, LeBron, you're in year 23, 24. Son, go home. Like,
be a family man.
Like, you don't have to keep, like, you're great. You don't have any, I bet you that's kind of what they're saying. Like, yo, like, you don't have to keep doing this. Like, if you want to, we will, but we know at max you don't have another 10 left. You'll be lucky to have another 5 left, which means you're
lucky to have 2 left.
Yeah, so you're living on a year-to-year basis, and we can't operate out on a year-to-year basis, LeBron. So year-to-year, we're going to make sure we're competitive, but year-to-year, we also have to be open that if and when you leave or decide to retire, that is a huge amount of money that we're going to have to figure out what to do with. And so we have to keep the team healthy and competitive, because you aren't just an aging veteran on a veteran minimum. You are an all-time great on a league maximum.
Which he should. LeBron should never leave a penny on the table.
And I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying. We don't mind paying you the maximum, but at the same time, we can only build a team with so many resources, because we also got to pay Luka. Yeah. And we have to pay Luka.
And that's next year. That's next year, Braun.
So, Braun, it's okay, brother. Speaking of people it might not be okay for, Mr. Terry Rozier. So I don't know if you kind of read into the details of this, but Terry Rozier is not fully clear in the gambling allegations. Kind of the low-down dirty read here is that a bettor placed 30 bets on Rozier in a span of 43 minutes, worth about $13,759 on a game between the Hornets and the Pelicans. Would you bet? All 30 of those bets hit after Rozier clocked out in 10 minutes into the game, citing a foot issue. He did not play for the rest of the season. He was traded, I believe, to Miami or something shortly after. Now, is this really where we're at with the sports betting?
This is just the beginning, man. We're only going to see more of this. Like, Malik,
is this not crazy?
Jonte Porter, now Terry Rozier. Like, this is what happens when we allow gambling out in the open. I think this is the beginning. We're going to get more scandals like this. It's not going to hit until it's a superstar. But yeah, I think we're going to continue to get this.
My thing is, how do you prove this?
So here's the thing about this, right? You don't have to prove anything, but it's the optics. That's all it takes, right? If you really think that players are shaving points or doing stuff to hit their props, that's all that matters. Like, it doesn't matter if you can prove it or not. It's the visual. Like, once the integrity of the game is questioned, everything else falls by the wayside. And I think we're getting close. Like I said, I don't think it's going to take someone big, like Giannis, like someone on that tier. Not even Giannis, like even in like Bradley Beal. Like, if we come to find out he out here manipulating spreads, Not to say that he would, but it doesn't have to be a superstar. Like, it can be a name that people know.
Listen, I think it's going to take. I think it's going to take. Listen, as long as it doesn't get into the playoffs, I'm okay with it.
We'll never know. That's the thing, though, right? Even if it doesn't, but if people think that it does, you lose all credibility. And that's something that if there's one league that can't afford that, it's the NBA, especially after the Donaghy scandal. You can't afford it.
Can't afford it. Terry, better not be true, brother.
And if you're going, don't put in the bets under your name. God.
No, it wasn't under his name. Someone else that did it. It was a bet in like Biloxi, Mississippi.
See, that's yeah. The problem is the people who are doing it are people like the Malik Beasley one. Like, I think it was it got something like over or under on rebounds, hit so much, and it's kind of like the sports. But like, who the fuck betting on Malik Beasley rebounds?
They sitting there like, Malik Beasley rebounds? Are you fucking dumb?
Who's doing this? Nah, we closing
it. But these random guys make sense because you'll never be able to get in contact with someone like a Kevin Durant. So the only way some of these guys may be able to get in with some of the players, it'd have to be players like a Malik Beasley or these type of guys. And then if you're, you know what I mean?
But here's the risk though, right? Again, like say let's use Malik Beasley's rebounds, for example. At some point, sports betting books will be like, something's fishy going here. But if it's someone like Jokic, no matter how much traffic he gets, that's Jokic. People bet on him all the time. So it makes more sense for a superstar. It's just it's higher risk, higher reward.
But you wouldn't be able to get in touch with him to be like, yo, don't hit you props.
I mean, but it could be like Jokic's brothers. They look like some shady cats who would do something like that.
Nah. Okay. Make too much money.
They were trying to fight people they were trying to get on the court to fight
the Morris twins.
Yeah, the Morris twins. So yeah.
That's for other reasons though.
That's true. He gave that man whiplash, took him out for the whole season.
I still can't believe that. That's one of the funniest things ever. Fun fact, speaking of funniest things ever, the Charlotte Hornets won their first ever championship of any sort of kind in the National Basketball Association by winning the NBA Summer League. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Charlotte Hornets have never won a division title. They have never been to the Eastern. They've never been to the Eastern Conference Finals. They've never won the Eastern Conference. They've obviously don't have any NBA titles, but they do have a Summer League title. Congratulations.
Another 40 years where you win another one.
It'll be a while. Speaking of things that might take a while, the WNBA All-Star weekend happened, and the players, it might be a while before they get the CBA deal that they're looking for. They came out wearing the "Pay Us What You Owe Us" shirts. Danny, give me your thoughts on both the warm-up and a little bit of a recap of WNBA All-Star weekend.
So the game was boring. Team Collier blew out Team Clark. Caitlin's out with a groin injury. She didn't play. The shirts, as you know, they're in the middle of CBA negotiations. I think there's a lot of confusion around that. So right now, the NBA players get 50-50 revenue share with the owners. Right now, WNBA players only get 9% of revenue share. So I think people are like, oh, why do they want to get paid like the men? They're not asking to get salaries like their NBA counterparts. They're asking for a similar revenue structure in regards to revenue split, right? So you'll hear people say stuff like, oh, well, they lost $40 million last year. Well, this is the last year of the TV deal, which is $45 million a year. Next year, the new TV rights kick in, which is $200 million. So if they don't raise another penny in merchandise or sales or ticket sales, like, they're going to turn a profit. So that's when they negotiated the last CBA. They negotiated an out for this year, which is what they took to line up with the TV rights deal to have these conversations. So the "Pay Us What You Owe Us" is in reference to their salaries, but it's also in reference to revenue splits. Now, do I think they're going to go from 9% revenue split to 50 like the NBA? I think that's a massive jump. I don't know if they'll get that much, but trying to get close to 50 as possible. I think there will be a lockout. I think there'll be a work stoppage next year. But I think if there's any league that can, if there's any league where the players can hold out longer than any other league, it's the WNBA, because those women can play in other leagues around the world, because they already do, right? A lot of these women play overseas in the winter and make more money there than they do in the WNBA. So if there's a league where the labor can say, well, we can hold out too and make this real ugly, I think it's them. And then you have like Unrivaled, where the average salary is like $222,000. Right? So Unrivaled is Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart through. So yeah, the argument for the women is the revenue share. They want it more. They want an equal part of the revenue share with the new
What's
team.
wrong with maybe a 35-40% revenue share?
Yeah, I don't like 9 to 50 is a massive jump. I don't think the league is going to budge that much. I think probably 35 to 45. Like 45 is dream come true. But yeah, like 35, 40 revenue split is probably what you're shooting for right now. But I do think we're going to have a work stoppage next year.
You're going to see some WNBA players at Rucker Park.
Yeah, I mean, or you can watch Unrivaled.
Or watch Unrivaled, which let me ask you something. How long do you think a work stoppage would have to go to before the owners are like, all right, we ain't doing this?
Probably so the season starts in May. I'd probably say, yeah, probably a month. And here's the thing, right? Because next year's draft class is supposed to be like that. So you're going to want to get those players on the floor. You're expanding, right? The owners have a lot to lose. You're starting 2 new teams next year, and then a new team every year after that until 2030. So like a work stoppage is not good for Toronto. And who's the other one?
Portland, Philly, Detroit, Cleveland.
Is it Cleveland? Is it who's next year? I know it's Toronto. I forget who's the other one who's starting next year.
Not Portland next year?
I think it's Portland next year. I think it's Portland, Toronto, then Cleveland, Detroit, and Philly. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like that's not good business for you to be starting the league year with 2 new teams and they already losing money out the gate because there's a work stoppage. So I think the players in a very unique position right now to get what they want or get as close as possible to what they want. I do think the league is going to try to extend the season. I know Kathy's talked about extending the season into like October-ish, kind of like baseball. So which means more games. Because, I mean, it's a good product. Right now, the season is May to September.
Is that more money then for players?
Yeah,
I'm sure that would allow for bigger salaries.
Yeah. So, but I think people are like, why do they want to get paid like NBA players? Like, it's not getting paid like NBA players. It's more about revenue splits.
NBA players, boy, they got it good, boy.
And I also want to add, people like, well, how can they ask for more money when they're operating at a loss? Brother, businesses operate at losses all the time. That does not mean they can't pay their employees.
Yeah, these people don't know business. They didn't go to business.
Twitch hasn't made a dime since its existence, but somehow Casanat gets millions of dollars.
Some of y'all, I want to tell some of y'all to go to business class, but I feel like some of y'all just sat there and farted and scratched your fucking armpits in business class. So maybe 1,000%. Just go to school. Go to school. You want to get into some wrestling unless there's anything else in the W you want to talk about? Caitlin Clark's injury, unfortunate, but hope she gets healthy soon.
Nah, that's it. The Studbuds stream, if anyone was interested, Studbuds are 2 lesbians who play for the Minnesota Lynx, Courtney Williams and Tisha Heidemann. They did a 72-hour stream straight. They did not go to sleep. They showed all those pictures you see on Twitter of that party. It was from their stream. I think Tisha Heidemann had to get an IV Saturday morning because she got so drunk Friday night. It was fun. It was pretty funny. That's it.
How much of this 72-hour stream did you see?
We didn't watch a lot of it. I tried to get my wife to watch some of it Sunday night.
Oh, she was the adult in the room.
We were eating dinner. Oh, I hear you.
Definitely the adult room. All right. Last thing for wrestling. Last thing as we kind of wrap up with wrestling. Summerslam. This card is coming together pretty nice.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna just go through some of the matches, and then you tell me which ones you're looking excited for. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, street fight for the WWE Championship. CM Punk versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the women's WWE Women's Championship. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria in a no DQ. There must be a winner women's Intercontinental Championship match. Judgment Day, which is Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss for the women's tag team championships. Solo versus Jacob Fatu steel cage match for the United States Championship. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. And what I think will be a likely match, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I think it's just a matter of time before they make that tag team match official. And then they haven't officially announced the men's tag team championship matches, whether that's going to be on Raw and SmackDown or on SummerSlam, but that's upcoming. But listen, SummerSlam stacked up. Remember, it's a 2-day event. They're putting this in MetLife Stadium, so they're trying to recoup. TKO is trying to recoup some of that money they spent on WWE. I'm starting to see.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What match are you most excited for? I think whatever they announce, Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson Reed, I think that'll be the main event for night one, and then I think Cena and Cody will not a main event night two.
Agreed. I'm looking forward to Jade versus Tiffany. It is time to put some gold around Jade's waist. It is time. She has been here long enough. Let's get the Jade-Bianca feud on the tracks for WrestleMania. It starts at SummerSlam with Jade beating Tiffany, and then she's going to beat Tiffany in the rematch. She's probably going to get Nia Jax. And give me all the Jade Cargill beating people up until she gets to Bianca.
Listen, I'm just ready for the return of my tribal chief.
Yes. Did you hear the pop last night?
I was
a superstar until a superstar walk in the building. Braun Breaker didn't know what to say. Like, dog, you don't cut promos. You just bark and spear people. That's all.
He said, settle down, son.
You just bark and spear people. That's it.
All right, man. Go ahead and let your dog out. I'll wrap this thing up.
Do you hear her?
Yeah, I do. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we really appreciate you. It's been a great time. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the high road traveled will be the profitable journey later on. So take that high road for now. But then double back and be petty later. Danny, let the people know where they can find you, my man.
You can find us _pod, Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can find me, Danny Ocean 41 on Twitter and on Blue Sky. We do this every Tuesday night. There's no off season for us. We don't take no break. We all year.
All year, baby. We all year. Make sure you follow me at LosDemix, LOSDEEMIX, Instagram, X, Twitter, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, wherever, TikTok. Y'all know where to find me, man. Stop playing with me, man. We'll catch y'all next week. If you haven't gotten a chance, go listen to this new Tyler the Creator album. It's got some stuff on there. It's a little upbeat. I think I might play this when I'm in a little oomty mood, but he's got some stuff. This song right here is called Ring Ring Ring. It's got a little, I like it. Y'all have a great week. We'll see y'all next